on now, some stories filed from Trinidad and Tobago. Cricket has served as a soft power bridge between India and the Caribbean nations. The world still remembers Sunil Gavaskar's explosive century and double century on the Queen's Park Oval pitch in Port of Spain, the capital of Trinidad and Tobago, in 1971, which laid the foundation of India's first ever Test series victory against West Indies. As PM Modi visits Trinidad and Tobago, sports is one aspect of the ties between both countries that will take centre stage. DD India's Akshay Dongre reports from the Queen's Park Oval Stadium in Trinidad.
Trinidad and Tobago and India have a lot of historic connections, from diaspora to sports, culture and tradition. But one thing, if it stands out when it comes to the relations between Trinidad and Tobago and India, it is sports and especially cricket. And to show you how significant the cultural ties, the sports ties are between the two countries, and it goes back way into history, we are at a very special stadium. This is the Queen's Park Oval Stadium where we are standing right now, and this is the historic stadium from where in 1971 Sunil Gavaskar made his historic 220 runs, and that score also led to India's victory, and that was and is still the highest runs that have been scored on this ground. Sunil Gavaskar also scored a century in 1971 Test series, and then once again in 1976. And then there have been several other Indian cricketers who have scored centuries and several runs here, taken a lot of wickets that have ensured India's victory. There have been a lot of competition between West Indies and India, and especially here in Port of Spain, the capital of Trinidad and Tobago. And this is that very pitch from where Sunil Gavaskar played that cricket match and scored that historic 220 runs. The ties between the two countries is quite deep when it comes to the diaspora, when it comes to food, language, and especially when we talk about cricket. Both the countries have equal amount of love when it comes to the gentleman's game. In today's time, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi comes to Trinidad and Tobago, sports is also one aspect of the ties between the two countries that will take a center stage. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been promoting sports ties with several countries, especially the friendly countries with whom we have already played several games, not just cricket but other games as well. And as India diversifies its own sports teams in different sports, one thing that takes a center stage in this visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi that is also historic can be sports. With camera person Mohit Oiki, I'm Akshay Dongre, DD India.